Who is it? Where is it? Where are the coalitions standing up for 1791? Even Al Jazeera is more highly regarded than the Tea Party. Here's a review of their magazine from some hack website. Tea Party magazine is worse than Al Qaeda magazine. Really? Now, who historically has been the icon or the beacon of hope fighting against all of the anti-free market leaders and groups? Up until the 20th century, it was the President of the United States. But what does our president want? Our president wants a new world order. Our president believes capitalism has failed. He wants the fundamental transformation of America. He wants change. America, you have to understand, this is a winner-takes-all game. This is the winner takes the globe. And there are multiple players, and they are in bed with each other because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And some of them have cobbled together coalitions. The stronger groups have gotten together because they realize the more we have together, the better chance we have of winning. But unless the people who believe in the concept that, yes, man can rule himself without someone telling him what to do, unless the people who believe that men were given the right by God to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the understanding we have in 1791, unless people start making that case, that 1791 freedom is the viable option, we lose. Everybody is using democracy. These guys are using democracy. This is using democracy. He uses democracy. The communists use democracy. He does, I do. What is democracy? 1791, the Constitution of the United States. That is freedom. But nobody's defining a new world order. Get it defined. But everybody's buying it. George Soros's people told mine in a very threatening way, the ship has already sailed. There will be a new world order. Get on the team or get out. I think it was actually get on the ship or be left behind. And we said, we'll be left behind. That's okay. And you know what's amazing is they're giving you so many ways to board this ship. If you're an extremist Muslim, join here. If you're somebody who wants social justice, go to your church. If you're somebody who's having a hard time at job, join for the New World Order here with the AFL-CIO. If you just think that we've stolen the land, well, come here to the Council of La Raza. If you think George Washington was a hack and Lenin had it right and Marx, go through this door. They have so many doorways. Over and over and over again. Mark change. In the Middle East, you can get through the Egyptian, the Egyptian National Association of Change. What does that mean? We went through this. Doorway marked change. But nobody asked, what's on the other side? New World Order. What is the New World Order? Most people will just say, through one of these organizations, yeah, I'm a steel worker, and I want change. And they'll walk through, and they have no idea what's here. Where's the person or the group that is saying, walk through this doorway? You want to solve the problem? Walk through this doorway. Restore 1791. Restore the ideas, not the slavery. Don't be 4 years old. The ideas of 1791. Because we know what this looks like. We know how that works. I have no idea. I have no idea at all how the New World Order works. What's the structure there? But see, we're not talking about the workers anymore. The labor unions are not really talking about the workers anymore. They're using it in a much more Stalin or Lenin sort of way. I want to expand on unions here as an entry point because they are using your money and your name, your body, to stand for something I don't know if you're for. Here's how much they love the free market. I think we all know that, let's take the car companies. They made horrible decisions. These were bad business people. And one of the bad decisions that they made, besides some of the crappy cars they made, but some of the decisions that they made were letting the unions just run roughshod over it. Letting the unions grab control. Plus, they came up with really bad business ideas. They should have failed, but they didn't. We rushed in to save them. That's what happened. But listen to Richard Trumka. Here he is, the head of the AFL-CIO, and I want you to listen carefully on his take, because remember, capitalism is the problem. To get to a new world order, capitalism is the problem. Here's his take on business and the rich. Listen.
Those car companies or any place else, any manufacturer, took our economy to the brink of disaster. This did. Wall Street did. And they haven't learned the lesson. That's why we need Wall Street reform, and that's why we want them to pay for the 11 million jobs that they destroyed.
The super rich have had a tax break from Bush of $1.2 trillion. We can take a little bit back from the rich that have really enjoyed the last 10 years in an unprecedented way and pay for the creation of jobs that they actually destroyed.
Business destroyed jobs and the rich destroyed jobs. Nobody else. It's those two. Get 'em. So the unions have cobbled together the international union. It's important that you understand this. This is an international labor movement. All right. They're right now supporting the people in Egypt, and they've put together a little tape with all of these other international labor unions. Let me show you first AFL-CIO. They're working hard for the workers in Egypt.
To our brothers and sisters, brave founders of a new independent union in Egypt, and to all Egyptians hungry for social justice. The 12 million members of the AFL-CIO joined the International Labor Organization, the United Nations, and the global labor movement to stand in solidarity with you. The American labor movement stands with the people of Egypt and its new independent unions. When the people lead, your leaders will follow. The future is on the side of democracy and social justice. And we want you to know that you're not alone.
Isn't it amazing? I understand now why they came down, I mean, just like a box of bricks when I said, social justice, look out, that's code word. I mean, now do you get it? Okay, so there they are. The international global, this is not about the American worker, this is the global worker, the international worker. Members of the AFL-CIO, let me ask you something. Is this the one issue where you're saying, boy, I really hope my union is doing all they can to spend their valuable time and resources in Egypt and help organize over in Egypt? Well, let me show you, because he uses the code language, but the people in Australia, the labor union that is represented in Australia here on this same tape is a little more clear. Watch.
Our message is one of solidarity with the independent unions and the people of Egypt. We know that there's a new world order that is absolutely necessary in many, many countries, but you're leading the way. Congratulations, your courage inspires us.
Okay, I love this. It'd be a new world order in many, many countries. I mean, it's new world order. Why wouldn't there be, you know, a new world order in all of the countries? And she's certain that we absolutely have to have one right now. Why? Because capitalism has failed. She also believes that ship has sailed. But I want to show you history. I want to show you the international labor movement and those who have always supported the worker. Because I think if we learn from history, we will be able to predict what is coming next.